chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street. Case on.
Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few, can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot.
So what's the update on
for the wrong reasons, trying to get
what's called the
can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe.
No, the one you created.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's.
Cause I really want to play that. I really want to play with them.
Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
Time to bring the bass bird.
Sir, I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in.
Coach, this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers.
All these fast receivers that's in there. What you call it?
The Hunt! 180!
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Oh, BB did want a big game.
A first down throw for Cousins. The throw complete to BB. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, let's get in them holes. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Throwing, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Yeah. Yeah, he won in this league.
Mike, 180! Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
They'll throw again. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
He got... I forgot what I got. I can't get it. He don't take off. I think I... What is it?
Check
Yeah, he got jukebox in inside zone.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook.
And
And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
Man,
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook.
Yo, how deep
And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive,
you know,
slinging it
like,
around.
Soon as you, last
Really
time I did that
confident,
on
too,
him,
because they're not trying to fool him with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
He hit the commissioner quick.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
Yeah, I can hear it though. I can hear it breaking up.
Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess he just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Get 300.
59. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
Get that ball right here.
They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things off.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
$319. 59. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up. 319.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Shoulder! Shoulder! Single. I got a single in the slot. Single in the slot.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Meanwhile, here, a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
I just lost 5 yards. That's funny. Lost. I got the ball. He just threw a pick.
Check. 42's the mic. In your face.
Gun.
Motion. Reset. Switch. Rhino. Switch it.
Hey, steamer.
Damn it.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Mike,
The hug. 180.
You're trash. Hey.
Two.
Going deep. Get him. Single, slide.
Hey, steamer.
You're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Hey, foxtrot.
Crash.
Gun.
Motion. Wise motion. Mike.
Cousins now on second
That's
down.
right, baby. They don't want it.
And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
The positioning here is key.
him.
As a defensive back, you're taught 99%
you know
of the time, make a play
that's
on the
old
football.
boy.
But in this case, making a play on the man
NyQuil.
was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Oh.
An incomplete
So
pass
what?
on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike 42.
Nah.
Mike 42.
Through.
Pretty quiet,
Nah, because
D.
you
Pretty
in
quiet. Watch the safety creep.
the last run? Yeah, that's NyQuil.
From the gun, here's Cousins.
How you
Nowhere
can
to
throw that
escape, and he goes down.
Yeah, it
The
is.
safety, Adrian Amos, comes
Unless he
crashing in for the
switched teams.
sack.
They just gave up a sack there. If I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the
Nah,
tight end in,
that's
maybe a
something
back,
different, unless you got a
someone to help
different-
assist, because right now,
He might
the
got a
quarterbacks
different
have been
game
getting hit a
today,
lot in the
man.
last couple of
Probably got a
games.
different PlayStation.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Oh, yeah, he might be. Yeah.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Harrison
that's gotta be
Smith
a
on the
fumble.
safety blitz, able to get the sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it
Nah,
and know
I just
exactly
think
where
Harrison
they are
Smith
on
on
the
the
field
blitz.
so they don't end up in the end
He
zone. Didn't
hit
do it
him,
on
but
that
it's
play,
fumble.
but perilously
That
close
needs
to
to
the
be a
goal
fumble.
line.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19.
Back north. Hey, Echo. Blue 15.
Watch the edge.
General West.
Snap comes at 1. It's caught here by Adams. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Damn. See, you know how to do the setup.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Green 18. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Check 59. Mike.
Smoke.
59. Mike the 59.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on third down. Forced out to his left.
Oh, man, I
He's
missed
got a
it.
first down past the
I missed
30.
it. Hit
What
it.
can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
Fights through and now a crease.
Look at this touchdown.
Touchdown, Packers.
That
Aaron
one on ball.
Jones.
He
His
just
fourth
slid off the
touchdown on the
what's called
year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
He was stopped.
After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they've ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
To high.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Yo. Look at this interception. Look how it slowed down the ball in the air. So he can get this pick.
It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Touchdown, baby.
Yo, the ball slowed down in the air.
Six.
Just so he can come down and get the pick.
Punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here we go.
All that space. Man, it'd be frustrating me.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
We're good. Check pass. Hey, Mike's 40. Hey, Delta. 42.
Back to it after the pick 6. Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
And Dalvin Cook got hurt.
A timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to
Didn't
get
he
up.
take a hard hit? Dalvin Cook hurt. Like, yo, I ain't even been abused. That's like my 3rd one.
Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Nah, he just got hurt.
Now Cousins. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Cousins now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins.
And, yo, I had 2 wide open receivers.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
61.
Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Alert 3.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch the slats. Watch the slat. Hey,
Golf. Check Mike 54.
From just shy of midfield.
Yo, they just robbed me on my pick.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Adams. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Switch.
26.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
He's got it.
Oh,
That's St. Brown,
this
touchdown Packers. Equanimous St. Brown. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
I threw it right to
time
him.
here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will score. Touchdown! It's a Packer touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
So what? What'd you say?
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
This is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Throwing is Rodgers. Oh, a scrap.
Yo, how did he get that pass? Like,
I'm down with it. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
He got some extra points. Somehow
first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
7.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive one of quarter three.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. First and 10.
To Hunt! 180!
42! Hey, tight!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. A second down throw for Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game.
Black!
Mike 52! Here we go!
On third down, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
42's the Mike. Y'all not ready.
Play fake. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Check. Crunch.
Inside.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Just a second.
The hot. 180.
42. Check.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
To throw is Cousins.
Let's make these babies cry.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Here's Madison running on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Tighten up.
They run it again with Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Sanders' kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
All day, defense. All day. Shift. Show it up.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Mike, 54.
Coming for you.
Say.
Back to norm. Hey, 88.
Hey, wahoo!
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The punt team on now as this one's sent away. Take it at the 37. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Cousins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now the 2nd down throw on target. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, take 26.
Hey, Charlie.
Right there. 54 Mike. Oh, you got it.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42.
Watch.
1st down. Here's Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Cousins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A toss to Cook. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Right at the 40. Here's Cousins. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they are going to set up shop at the... Just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead.
Yeah.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Man, I clipped that jump. Feet planted, overthrew it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
I don't know, like what Madden is with me. Like, Wait till you see this thing.
The Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Zadarius Smith. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how?
And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
42's the mic. 42's the mic. Let's go, Heavy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I said I been gave up.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Cousins now. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. The completion good for 3 and it's 2nd down.
Like, if I run the ball, you'll see all his dudes light up.
The tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Where did he drop?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting. Not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Listen to me. Gun.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. And they'll indeed take a knee.
58.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire 2nd half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Packers, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I
See, you don't never know when they're supposed to advance in these leagues.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. With the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
But that's in that Chiefs league.
Okay. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got.
What's Tyreek Cohen?
It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up.
Tyreek
Name the
Cohen
place and we
got
back up.
him and Joyce.
Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
With Tyreek? Nah, you know what? Two people that hit me up asked him. I mean, I don't know, that whole, Dalvin Cook is my team. I don't know, I do got two good wide receivers, but
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my
my secondary. My secondary, but nah, that linebackers ain't that good. Still got them, but you know, they like low 80s. They like low 80 overall. I'm about to get off there, bro.